Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do some bug fixing. I got a couple of reports from Discord that adding new faces to persons isn't working anymore. A couple of reports, and I don't know why, from the Discord that because adding new faces to persons isn't working anymore. A couple of reports, and so I don't know why, from the Discord that adding new faces to persons isn't working anymore. A couple of reports,
why?
So I don't know why.
Figure that one out.
Discord that adding new faces to persons isn't working anymore. Oh, damn!
Why?
I don't know why.
Figure that one out.
Discord that adding new faces to persons isn't working anymore. Oh, damn!
Why?
I don't know why.
Figure that one out.
Discord that adding new faces to persons isn't working anymore. Oh, damn!
Why?
I don't know why.
Figure that one out.
Discord that adding new faces to persons isn't working anymore. Okay, now I'm just closing down my audio. I don't know. Okay, here. I had opened the chat. Yeah, it looks fine. I fixed the camera angle, so you should always see me now. So that's great. But like all the basic stuff is still not always working. So he is complaining about something. Okay, it looks like something isn't really working with I-18 stuff. I did work on that part. At least I remember doing that. So now we just have to look what went wrong. So I don't think that we actually extracted the model out of the layout yet. And so it's still in data voice and then face dashboard. Yeah, alright. So now we have to look for something model related. So it should be yeah, and that's why I don't like large classes. Like I can't find anything. So auto sizer grid, face dashboard, model person added. So something does not work with photo model. With model person added. So it's complaining about objects are not valid as a React child. Object with keys number. Alright. So so we're putting here, for example, the numbers of faces we selected. So that should be like 1 or 0 or 4 or something like that. And he's complaining about that one. I think that's also the only thing where we actually use numbers. So okay, so I wrote length the right way. So that's not it. Because that's usually my mistake, like I miss where the H and the T goes and then everything crashes. It's really it's a stupid error, but it happens a lot. Objects are not valid as a React child. Found object with keys number. If you meant to render a collection of children, use an array instead. Okay. So I think we're going to look into the translations now. Person add. Oh, alright. Yeah. That's a stupid mistake. That's on me. I think somebody even like pinged me about that. Oh damn. On Christmas. Yeah. Okay, so that's on me. So now if we refresh, it will probably work. No, it does not. Okay. So that's good. Well, not good because we didn't find the mistake, but do I have even activated like English translations? Was it something like we always did wrong? Yes, it's English translations, so it should now pick this one, but it doesn't work. So, or maybe I didn't click on. Sometimes it doesn't compile again. If you only work on the translation.json. I don't know why, but that already happened to me when I like added new keys, and I was wondering why it wasn't working. Okay, but it's not that error. It's still complaining about number. Objects are not valid as a React. Still number. Okay. Yeah. Number selected. I think that's going to be like the issue. And if I look here, it's like written in the same way. I don't know. Name? Yeah. It's written in the same way, so I don't think that's wrong. Because we just... Oh no, it is wrong. It's like that. But why is he complaining? I don't get that. Hey, and it's working again. So I'm now going to look if the number thing is also something that could crash the program, but that was definitely wrong. So it just tried to render a JSON object, and he was confused about that. So we did this one, right? I think he would then just render it as text if I remember that right, but let's double check. Yeah, so that wasn't the mistake. But if I had looked into it, I might have found the issue. All right. So that's the first bug fix. Yeah, and I still have the problem that a lot of people are on the development branch, and I think that's a change that's currently only active in the development branch. So, and I don't have always time to fix everything there. But yeah, that wasn't like a very hard issue. So I staged these changes. Git commit fix adding faces to persons. I added a key for I18N the wrong way. Alright, and then git push. Okay, so I first have to do a git pull, obviously. Git push. Cool. So another thing we can do right now, because we did a bug fix, so now we can make the code a bit better, that we extract the person edit modal, because it does not belong in the same file. Like, it's probably even like multiple hundreds of lines long, And if you want to change it around, then we don't know where it is, and it's hard for new people to understand that. So that's a thing we can do. Modal person edit.js. So we're just going to take, okay, so fuzzy match is probably also something that's related to this. All right. Then we need all the imports. And then we need that part down here. And again, it's probably the same styling of the model that we did before. But let's fix one thing at a time. So we don't need these. There's probably a simpler way to do that, but no! I'm going to do it that way. All right. A lot of stuff we don't need. Don't need that. Okay. That looks manageable. And then, of course, we have to export the class. So, export. All right. And then, in order for that to work, we have to import model person edit. Hey, and even the auto import worked. I think that's a good sign. Okay. And I got another spam message. Amazing. Like, we're reaching all the bots with these live streams. All the bots. And they're always coming back, so I think that's a good sign. All right. That worked. Do we got some error messages? I don't think so. All right, let's refresh. Select the face. One person. It worked! Yay, okay. Cool. So, all right, then stage changes. Git commit, extract, model, person, edit. It is now its own file. Okay, git push. All right, so another thing that we can work on is an error I got today. And it has something to do with rescan faces. So if we go to GitHub, I fixed the height of the camera with a shoulder rig that I put like that, and then I put the heavy glass on that, and now it's in the correct position, and I can slump forward as much as I want to. Amazing. So yeah, Libre photos and then issues. So he reported that he gets an error that he gets a key twice from a face when he rescans. And I find this a bit strange because this should not happen. So he put it into a try except, which obviously you can do, and then you catch the error, but the process still fails for this face. So, and we don't want that. So maybe we will find the underlying condition, but I think it does not hurt to put it into a try catch. But first off, I want to see if we can reproduce this error. It's not clear what he was exactly doing, but yeah, I mean, just going to click on it and hope that my computer doesn't crash. Because he also reported that the memory usage absolutely exploded, but only with this process, which is also interesting. Like the CPU, yeah, right, so it's CPU intensive, obviously. But like the RAM usage, that's strange. So let's click on rescan faces. And to track Docker stats, sudo Docker stats. Alright, and my computer is now working very hard. Alright, and our backend is working, but it's not exploding. So I think he just has probably like a lot of backend worker working on it. So this looks fine. It doesn't seem to increase, so I can't reproduce that part. And even it decreases now, so everything looks fine. He also said something about that he has like 80,000 pictures, which could maybe cause this error, but I don't think so. Alright, it doesn't crash for now. We could look into the logs. Where are you? Home. Libre Photos. Oh, I don't want to cover the chat because maybe I will get a real question about my process or something. Yeah, Libre Photos. Come on. No, that's the code. Where did I put my other stuff? I don't know. I think I put it somewhere there, but I'm not sure where it is. Libre Photos? Database logs, but it's an old thing. So here, data, obviously. Okay, logs. Now I got it. So let's go to the bottom of that. So he definitely found some faces and extracted a couple of faces because it has something to do with that he probably did not. Okay, a Django readers thing. That's interesting. But that didn't happen today. So we added a lot of faces, and that's pretty much it, I guess. And it's now done. So I can't reproduce the error. So it's not like a generic thing. It just happens sometimes, which are the worst errors. So we also had only like partial data, which also doesn't explain why he got this error. We could do duplicates or something like that, but that honestly should also not be the problem? But how could he have like a duplicate key? I don't get it. Okay, maybe when you have like multiple processes running, then that happens? Huh. Okay, so we have multiple processes running that all can access the database, and I would think that it can work with that, the database, if I say like, okay, please save this and then save this, but apparently two processes wanted to save something with the same ID on the same time. Which is a problem. And the thing is, that also could happen like with the other process, I think. I mean, it can't happen for photos because the primary key is derived from a hash function. But yeah, for faces it can happen. During insert. So you can harden your method using double check locking. But that's Java, I guess. I mean, just rewrite everything in Java. Django. So I want from, what do I want from Django? I want the option to Django to say, okay, this is transactional. Django multiprocessing database concurrency. That is probably the right Stack Overflow thing. When using multiprocessing in Python, you should close all the connection every time a process is spawned. Okay. Not really what I wanted to do. So there is a transaction atomic. And database connections. Okay. No, I don't have a problem with the connections. I have a problem with IDs. No. Transaction atomic. Database transactions. Controlling transactions explicitly. Right, I want to say that that's atomic. Photo extract faces. Yeah, so we are importing on face recognition. So that could explain why the RAM usage is higher and why he got this collision. So what we want to do is now to say, okay, the transaction here is, that's a transaction and it's atomic. All right. So we added that part, and then I honestly just want to handle the key because that's the only issue. Unique violation. So let's go back. Oh no, I lost my chat. It is back. The important message from the bot. Like, I don't know how they even find me. Like, it's kind of weird because I get like 10 views at the moment. But they do find me. Alright, so I will say, okay, so try, and then I will do selecting with the touchpad. That's awesome. Okay, that worked. Why are you not working? Yeah, I know. I'm going to add this part, except unique violation. And then I want to try again. Except database errors, I think the correct thing. Let's do this instead. Okay, if I have a database error, then please try again. In the SQL standard, each SQL query starts a transaction unless one is already active. Such transaction must be then explicitly committed or rolled back. This isn't always convenient for application developers. To alleviate this problem, most databases provide an auto-commit mode. When auto-commit is turned on, no transaction is active. Each SQL query gets wrapped in its own transaction. In other words, not only does each such query start a transaction, but the transaction also get automatically committed or rolled back depending on whether the query succeeded. Alright. That's not what I want to do. Saving multiple objects. Key integrity issue Django. All right. No. I have found transaction on commit which allows me to perform actions after the commit. Okay. Notice the self is in safe of the super. Not sure, no. That's also not what I want to do. There has to be like an easy solution, because most large systems have problems like these. Unique constraint. Oh man, so guck mal. Let's see, somebody's also doing something with images. It's always the images. Yeah, I don't want to do update or create because the face probably already exists. So I just want to go one deeper. Issue multiprocessing. Okay, concurrency. Like, it feels like an issue from university, where they're like, okay, what are the issues with concurrency and how do you solve this for a database? God damn it, I should have listened to my professors, but I don't, and now I have to fix it. Duplicate key value violates blah blah blah. Yes, yes, yes. That's the error I get. While true. That can't be the right solution. But yeah, right. So I want to integrity, like I want to integrity error, something like that, and then I just want to call itself again, right? So I don't even know if the transaction atomic helps, to be honest. So we can do just that. Use black. Ooh. Oh, I forgot to set up my Python environment. I didn't do that yet. That's not good. So the linting CI job will probably complain a lot. Yeah, so if we get an integrity error, then we just try again. but I would also like to add add the logger just in case, you know. Okay. And it prints also the image path, which could also crash, because sometimes images don't have a valid path to an image. So that can happen if you, for example, move your files. But yeah, you know, that can definitely happen. And then it doesn't have any images. Yeah, so handle no images. But for now I just want to look if this could solve it. So we only want to catch integrity errors. We don't want to do anything else. The reason behind this is when using multiple processes, then we can save at the same time, which leads to this error. Okay. Can ignore this error. No, I think that's the correct way. So we only have to think now about image paths. So, oh man, did I already implement? Yeah, so that's just the process where we looking if all the image paths exist. All right, so I think I have to make sure that we don't start extracting faces for images that don't have paths. So I think that's easier. Oh god, I don't know where I put it. Face classify, cluster faces, cluster unknown faces, train faces. But where's rescan faces? I think it's in directory watcher, but I'm not sure. Again, we also have to like refactor a lot of this code because when I started out, it was just like basically 3 large files and each were like 20,000 lines long and you didn't find anything. So scan faces, I think the rescan faces thing. So yeah. Yeah, so drop scan faces is, I think, rescan faces, which is also like not great. Yeah, please show me, go to definition. No, it's not. Wait, what? Like sometimes I don't even know my own program. Admin area, alright, it's called scan faces. Okay. But the button is called rescan faces, which is obviously great. Alright. Anyway. So we still want to handle no images, man. I just got completely lost for a second. Like talking and programming is like pair programming, but with yourself. Like you always have to think of what you want to implement, and you always have to verbalize everything you do. And that way you think like way clearer, but it's also like very exhausting mentally. Existing photos. So we get all the photos that the owner currently owns, which is fine. So we save the job. If it already when we started, and then we do like okay, face scanner. But here in face scanner, do we actually look if we have paths or not? No, we don't do that. Okay, so I would like to skip these. I think I already had like... And we're back. Alright, sorry about that. I just lost the connection for a second. Alright, we wanted to look at files, photos that don't have a path attached to it, which is obviously like a very niche case, but we have to think about it, because otherwise I will get a complaint. Files found, photo lists, so I don't think that that's happening in this process. Oh man. Find on files. Which path? Dot size. Oh no, it's like this, right? Length. Size. God damn it! I always forget it. It's yeah. So it's first of all like kind of misleading that I say like okay, that's an image paths. Image paths. Yeah. All right. So I got that completely wrong. And that's also why... Alright, for example, that's how we make sure that we don't get any images there if we have an empty image, empty path. Dot size. So that's the number of missing photos, obviously. Oh man. Image path equals alright, I will just do simple check for now. Alright. But I think we would also get like other problems. So, right, we never actually tried to open up the actual image, which is a good thing, because we now only get like an issue if somebody deleted all the thumbnails, which usually doesn't happen. And we extract from that the faces, and not from the actual file. So, alright. Is it like that? I think so. Not sure. Print out the location of the image. No. If we have a path. Very good comment. Okay. So we also don't want to get like in an endless loop, which would also be bad. So I think we can add like a second value. Call this second try equals false. And then we put it down here and we say like true. So if not second try, then try again. And I think I wrote the, I wrote the name wrong, because the Python-y way is to write it like this. Second try. Alright. So we try it once more, and then I think it shouldn't crash again. So that way we don't get into an endless loop. Alright, so I'm going to save that one. Okay, and if we get it like twice, that's also not great, this error. So if a second try, or if we can just write else. Alright, and then we just will put the UUID or something like that into there, which is obviously like not a good identifier, but it's something, and I know that something went wrong. So I think I programmed that. I'm not that happy about like the checking for the empty paths, but what can you do? I think that's something we can refactor in the future. Yeah, but for now it should be good enough. Alright, so we should check if it now crashes or not. Now my computer is working hard again. Yeah, so I also didn't find out why the image is blurry yet. Not sure what's that about. I will look into it, and it will hopefully be resolved like in the next stream or the stream after that. Yeah. But working on LibrePhotos is more important, I think, than getting the image sharp. But it's weird that it looks like this. Yeah. I think already at like 59%, it looks good. So I should also like in the future create some automated testing so I don't have to fix anything twice. Yeah, that's a nice thing to do. But I want to keep the features going, and only if I feel like I can't move forward anymore because the complexity is so high, then I will add tests to help with the testing. But currently, yeah, I don't have the same issue twice, and there is not an easy way to like write tests for stuff. Okay, so it finished. Cool. Worked fine. It only took 2 minutes. Yeah, so another thing I will probably do in another stream, not today, but in the future, is that all these timestamps get translated in all different languages. I only have to like import a new package and set a couple of values, and then it should work, which will be awesome. Alright, so I wanted to add this. So let's first do like, okay, first we have to go to LibrePhotos, I think. Okay, we're already in LibrePhotos. Yeah. Git commit. We already committed. Oh, no, we didn't. So git commit. Try saving the face again. When extracting faces with multiple processes, it can happen that 2 processes save at the same time, which leads to an integrity error. We will now log this error and then try again once. Okay, and then like 78 lines? What? Ah, it's probably just like reformatting stuff. Okay, I was like confused. Yeah, so git push. No, I did not pull. Oh no. I probably, yeah, rebasing is always preferred, I think. Not sure, I usually just set it, like, and it works, and then I'm happy. Hey, okay, awesome. Push. Because you don't have these merging errors, merging messages if you just commit something. Yeah. if you just merge the changes from upstream, and you didn't even have any changes. You only want a merge message if you actually merged something. Yeah. All right. So I guess this was progress. I solved. I hope I solved like 2 issues. It's always hard to tell if you can't reproduce the issue, and if I would have increased the number of multiprocessing things, I think that my computer would explode, but not sure. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope I see you soon. Bye!